So in a last-ditch effort attempt to try to appeal to young men, Kamala Harris went on the Shannon Sharpe show where she said things kind of like this. This is kind of her appeal. Watch.
So part of what we have to help people understand is don't think you're in Donald Trump's club. You're not.
Right.
He's not going to be thinking about you. You think he's having you over for dinner?
So, yes, of course, this is an appeal saying, listen, Donald Trump is white. Therefore, don't think you're in his club. And, I take that and I'll raise her another one. Don't think you're in anyone's club. Donald Trump doesn't say that he is in your club. Donald Trump doesn't say that you are in his club. But one person that you should really be concerned about, really have a lot of questions popping in your head, is the people who actually say that you are in their club and that they are on your side, like Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, yeah, she panders. She says that she's, a certain race, ethnicity. She is a certain gender. So therefore, these attributes, that are not earned, these attributes are a reason why you should vote for her. This is what you should be very concerned about. But Shannon Sharpe had a couple of decent questions. One of these questions was when he asked her about why people think that she is pandering. I mean, most people know that Kamala Harris is just the biggest panderer ever. When it was, politically expedient for her to be an Indian woman, she was the first Indian senator. When it was politically expedient for her to be a black woman, all of a sudden she platforms her, African-American aspect of her identity. But this is Shannon Sharpe asking Kamala Harris why people think she panders, and listen to her response. Just take a look.
The problem that they have to you is that you're making political promises and that you're just pandering. The problem that I have with that, it just seems like only black people pander. Like when other candidates go on shows and they say they're going to do this, they're not pandering. They're telling you, laying out their elaborate plan on what they're going to do. But it seems to you, when you promise that if I'm president, this is what I'm going to do in the first 90 days. This is what I'm going to do. My administration is going to do while I'm in office. You're pandering. How do you get through to those that says, look, this is what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. If I'm elected president, these are the policies, and they will lead to meaningful and impactful change.
Well, part of it is just to be candid. I think that there's sadly a misinformation out there about who I am and what I've done, because if people are informed about fact, they will know that almost everything that I'm talking about doing as president is built on a foundation of work that I've been doing for years. Mm-hmm. If it is about economic empowerment of the black community and all communities, I've been working on that.
So basically what she is saying is the only reason why people view her as incompetent is because of misinformation. This is always the thing. They are always a victim. The reason why something is not the way it is because of other people. It's not because she's been in office nearly 4 years and her administration has left the United States way worse off than it was 4 years ago. It's not because of that. It's not because of the fact that she put, mothers in jail because of truancy. That actually happened. It's not because of the fact that she put thousands of men in jail for marijuana charges and now she's running on, making marijuana legal. It's not because of that. It's not because of her history. It's because of this fictional history that she wants to concoct, that she wants other people to believe that she will create. And, Shannon Sharpe, kudos on him for asking this question, but he kind of frames it in a way where he was like, why do people not take you as seriously as they take Donald Trump? Well, because Donald Trump had 4 years where he had a pretty, good economy. Everything was, gas prices were lower. Grocery prices were lower. And now we have Kamala Harris and everything has kind of hit the fan. So I don't think it was a very honest question from Shannon Sharpe. I think it was a good question. I just don't think it was very honestly asked. Of course, he's given her kind of a softball question. But I think probably the most softball of softball questions came when Shannon Sharpe asked her this. He wanted to know what she eats for breakfast. Yes, and this is something that Kamala Harris, even a question like this, she cannot turn off the cringe. Just take a look.
So breakfast, what does Madam VP eat for breakfast, or do you have time to, or is it on the go?
No, when I was younger, I didn't think I needed breakfast. I wasn't a breakfast eater.
Okay.
now I have breakfast every morning. It's usually a spinach omelet. It's not very exciting.
Right.
But it's protein with a little vegetable. And, you know, I like chicken, apple sausage, and some toast, and then I'm gone.
Listen, I'm not here to bust on anyone from eating breakfast, you know, but, you know, I believe that our presidential candidates, and specifically our presidential candidates that make it into the White House, should have a certain poise to them when they talk, when they speak. They shouldn't sound like giggly women, I guess. They shouldn't have these giggles, you know. It's just watching her. She just doesn't have the presidential... What's the word? I don't even know how to describe it. She doesn't appear presidential. She seems like kind of my loopy aunt who might have too many drinks during the holidays or something like that. She seems like she might be kind of fun to talk to, you know, if I didn't know she was Kamala Harris. And, you know, you can have some laughs with her. But other than that, you can't take her seriously. And that's what Kamala Harris is. And that's just the fact. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this interview? Did you watch the whole thing? I watched some clips of it. I wasn't too impressed. I thought a couple of the questions were on point, but really it was kind of a softball interview. But let me know what you think about this down below in the comments. Like, subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until then, I will see you on the next one.